Good morning, everybody. We started yesterday learning the laws, the halachos of kibud av ve'em. The very first halacha in Shulchan Aruch, it says, "Tzarich li zaher ma'od." One has to be very careful with the mitzvah of kibud av ve'em ubemora'am, with honoring your father and mother and with fearing your father and mother. There are two mitzvot. We know in the Ten Commandments it says, Kabed es avicha ve'es imecha. You should honor your father and mother. There's another pasuk in the Torah, Ish imo va'aviv tira'u. Your father and your mother you should fear. There's a mitzvah to honor and a mitzvah to fear, and they obligate a person differently. And as we go through it, we'll see the differences. But let's focus today on the concept of tzarech li zahir, that a person has to be careful. In other words, we need to value this mitzvah extremely. Extreme value for this mitzvah. The Gemara tells us in Maseches Kedushin, when a person honors his father and mother, Hashem says, I'll read you the actual lashon, the actual term in the Gemara. The Gemara says like this, Shlosha shutfen heim ba'adam. There are three partners in the creation of a person. HaKadosh Baruch Hu, va'aviv v'imo. God, his father, and his mother. And then the Gemara says like this, Bizman sha'adam mechabed et aviv. When a person honors his father, ve'et imo, and his mother, Amar HaKadosh Baruch Hu, God says, Mala ni alehem ki'ilu darti beinehem v'kibduni. I consider it as if I'm living with you in that house, and you're honoring me. I'm there with your father and mother, and when you honor your father and mother, it's like you're honoring me. But the Gemara prefaces it and says, because there are shlosha shutfin ba'adam. There are three partners. So, being that Hashem says, I am partners with your father and mother, therefore it's understandable that being that all three of us are partners together, when you honor them, you're honoring me. I come and I live there, and therefore I'm being honored as well. The Gemara Maseches Nida elaborates on this, and Rashi brings it. What does it mean there are three partners in the creation of man? And the Gemara says like this, Aviv, your father, Mazriya haloben, shemimenu atzamot, v'gidim v'tipornaim u'moch shebarosho, v'luben sheba'ain. The father gives the luben, the white, which from the white a person has in him the bones, the gidim, sinews, tzipornayim, your nails, umoach shebarosho, your brain, v'luben sheba'ayin, and the white of the eye. The mother gives the red, the Gemara says, which gives you the flesh, your skin, your hair, the black of the eye. Hashem, who's the third partner, gives a person ruach neshama, his spirit, his soul, klaster upon him, his facial appearance, v'riyas ha'ayin u'shmiyas ha'ozen v'dibur peh. The father's partnership is he gives the vision, the ability to hear, the speech, to walk, and intellect, bina v'haskell, the ability to understand, intellect. Now, these are the three partners in a person. This is what everyone brings to the partnership. And this is what the Gemara says, when you honor your father and mother, you're honoring all three partners. Now, we mentioned that the mitzvah of kabed et avicha ve'et imecha, to honor your father and mother, is one of the 10 Commandments. If you study the 10 Commandments, you'll notice the first 5 on one luach, on one tablet, all are different than the second 5 with one unique, clear difference. The second 5 on the second tablet, lo tirtzach, lo tinaf, lo tignov, one should not steal, one should not kill. These are laws which are between bein adam lechavero, between man and his friend. Don't steal, don't kill. That's between one man and another man. The first half of the 10 Commandments, the first luach, the first tablet, has on it, if you study it, there are 5 mitzvot, and let's study the 5 mitzvot. Number 1, first commandment is Anochi Hashem Elokecha. I am Hashem your God. Second one, Lo yeh lecha Elohim acherim al panai. You should not have any other God. Third one is Lo sisa Shem Elokecha lashav. Do not say God's name in vain. The fourth one, Zachor et Yom HaShabbat lekadsho. Remember Shabbat, which we know means to say Kiddush and other laws which go into positive commandments of Shabbat. And then the fifth one is Kabed es avicha ve'es imecha. Honor your father and mother. Now there's a very famous question the Ramban asks and the Maharal asks. If you study the first 5, the first 4 are clearly between man and God. Believe in God, don't have other gods, and don't say God's name in vain. These are all clearly, remember, Zachor et Yom HaShabbat, these are all relating to you and your relationship directly with Hashem. But the fifth one, which is Kabed es avicha ve'es imecha, honor your father and mother, why is that between man and God? Why is that in the first tablet? That's clearly something that is an obligation between you and your fellow man. Honor your father and mother. Why is that? How does that connect you with God? So the Maharal explains in the following way. When a person admits that there is a God and he owes God, and a person admits that he has parents and he owes his parents, that's really the same concept. Man has a desire to deny his history, to sort of say, I evolved, I'm here, it doesn't matter where I come from, it's not important. It's difficult for us to humble ourselves to the fact that somebody put us here. And we are not here bimikra, we didn't just happen to be here. We come here directly because someone chose to put us here. That's something we don't want to admit to. That's not a burden we want to live with. We want to free ourselves of that burden. When a person honors his father and mother, and he recognizes, I was created, I didn't just happen to be here, but I'm put here. That recognition, that admission, that humbling of yourself, that my parents put me here. I myself don't self-exist. I'm nothing. I'm only here because my parents put me here. That in and of itself connects you to Hashem. That connects you to the concept that I'm not here bimikra. I'm not here just by happen. It didn't just happen to be. I didn't just evolve. Hashem put me here. Those two things go together. So by admitting to the fact that I owe my parents and my parents created me, I'm admitting to the fact that I was created and I didn't just happen, but things are here because things were put here. That is an admission to Hashem as well. And that ties me into Hashem. So honoring your father and mother does belong in the first 5 commandments. It is related to all mitzvot bein Adam lemakom. There's another point here, and that is there's a connection, the Rabbeinu Bachaya in Parshas Yisro says, a specific connection between 3 of the 10 commandments. Let's review again. The first is Anochi Hashem Elokecha, I am Hashem your God. The second is Lo yeh lecha Elohim acherim al panai, do not have other gods. The third is Lo sisa et Shem Elokecha lashav, do not say God's name in vain. The fourth is Shabbat, Zachor et Yom HaShabbat lekadsho. The fifth is Kabed et avicha ve'et imecha. The Rabbeinu Bachaya says, and he brings it from Rav Saadia Gaon, that there's a connection. Actually, no, this he says on it. This is not quoted from Rav Saadia Gaon. This he actually says on his own. There is a connection from the 3, all 3. Shabbat, don't desecrate, don't say God's name in vain, and honor your father and mother. These 3 are connected, that they all have to do with the concept of honor. Honor means we're not just discussing what I do. Two people can eat, but one honors his food. His food is very valuable to him, very important to him. The other one eats so that he can live. They both ate the same amount, but it's a completely different action. One has honored it and one hasn't. Honor declares what I value and what's important to me. These three mitzvot are connected because they're all about honor. What's wrong with saying God's name in vain? I haven't. What have I done? What have I done? I haven't eaten pork. I haven't done something bad. You have. Why? Because by saying God's name in vain, even though you believe in God, and you have no other gods, and you keep the first two commandments, but you've dishonored him because you've just wasted his name. The same thing with Shabbat. When one remembers Shabbat, it's not just he's keeping the Shabbat, but he's remembering it, he's declaring it, he's saying the Kiddush, he's honoring it. Kabed et avicha v'et imecha is the mitzvah to honor your father and mother. All three are the concept of honor. The importance of, it's not just what we do, but it's the honor and the importance that we attach to what we do. That is something unique to these three, and that connects these three of the 10 commandments. Honoring your father and mother, remembering Shabbat, and not saying God's name in vain. Have a good day.